We're ready for four of the best days of the entire summer on the Knavesmire at York with the Ebor Festival. Cannot wait for this. I absolutely love it. £100,000 minimum prize money for every race. Incredible what the team offer up. Some of the best fans as well around, the best equine athletes, the best jockeys, all on show starting on Wednesday. Cannot wait, as I say. We've got Joel alongside. He's even tuned in on his holidays because he's so excited about York this week. And a new member of the team as well. You can see Graham from the Betfred team going to give us his insight as well to what's going to happen at York this week. We'll start with Joel. Cheers for joining us. Take a bit of time out, kick the kids into the pool to have a bit of a chat about York. And it's just a fantastic 4 days, isn't it?
Yeah, normally this time of year, I'm pretty much done with the flat and I'm ready for the jump season to start. However, being a Yorkshire lad, I'm from Scarborough, 40 minutes away from York. It is one of the most beautiful race courses ever. And I said that about Glorious Goodwood, not been to in 15 years, a couple of weeks ago. But York is just brilliant. It's run fantastically. All that money goes back into racing. It's a bugger to get on the A64. It's the worst road in the world ever. Apart from that, though, do you know what? I absolutely love York. Love York. And let's absolutely smash it this week.
And this other side of me, a man who loves Glorious Goodwood, but he's taking time out to talk about York because he also loves it up in the north as well. Graham, how excited are you for these 4 days?
Yeah, absolutely buzzing, Matt. It's a brilliant 4 days, isn't it? It comes along just after Goodwood, really, in the calendar. It's always cracking racing. Just have to see the roll of honour. Some of these races, I mean, the Judmont, See the Stars, Frankel, amongst the recent winners, it really is top class. Yeah, there he is behind you.
Frankel behind me, you're right, yeah. And
absolutely buzzing for 4 days.
It certainly is. Right, before we get stuck into the action then, find some winners, point in that direction. I want to talk about the course because when we go through these races, you'll see how I operate when it comes to York. Horses who've been there and done it, who've acted well at York before. Because if you're unaware, that the stable, the way the horse boxes come in the stabling area is on the back straight, and you're walking across the Knavesmire, which we believe it may be haunted. We walk across the Knavesmire. There's stands in the background, the crowd. Some horses just do not act. So for me, John, you've been York many a times. For me, horses who run well at York are certainly worth a second look.
Yeah, 100%. I heard Jason Weaver say something on ITV Racing at the weekend, which was quite notable, which is the first time ever. And he tipped a winner. So, as a Betfred Punters guide, ambassador, whatever you call him, pundit, he talked about, I think we're filling for time, but he talked about the chalk at York. Like he was talking about certain horses going on certain grounds. I never heard this before. York was somewhere I loved it out at York. The top horses normally win. And as Graham was saying, the roll of honour is brilliant, but sometimes it's so hard. And he was talking about the chalky base on the turf, and I'm going, oh no, it's just another thing. So nowadays, when I was in my teens, you'd look and you had a pair of eyes. You didn't have really, all this AI stuff and everything. But that's a real thing nowadays. If you act at York and you've got York course form, then wow, it's great.
It's a bit like Ascot, and horses who run well on the all-weather tend to run well at Ascot because that's kind of a sand-based underneath. But Graham, I'll say it's another thing to think about, and I agree with Joel. Like York, it's a fair track. Everything seems fair. You've got the best horses. The best horses should win, but it can throw up some funny results because some horses just do not act there.
Yeah, historically, remember, it used to always be a front-runner's track, but that's not the case anymore either. So things have changed at the Knavesmire. I do like the chalk at York, though. We'll remember that. Obviously, it rhymes, doesn't it? So that's a help. But, yeah, it's a strange track. Some punters really don't like it. Some punters do very well there. So hopefully we'll find a few winners anyway.
I did go to, I was saying, Matt, I did go to Royal Ascot when it was at York. What was that? Is that 20 years ago, is it? Something like that?
Yeah.
And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I heard about it, read about it, and was like, oh, this is going to be awful. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. A bit like the Qatar World Cup. On paper, doesn't look great, but actually, it was all right.
It was.
Quickly, I remember reading after Royal Ascot was at York, how many winners that year would have been different had the race been run at Ascot.
Yeah.
Probably over half. Certainly in the handicaps.
Right, let's get stuck into it then. We start with an absolute belter. It's the one everyone's talking about. It's on everyone's lips. It is, of course, the Judmont International. You mentioned the roll of honour. That fella behind me, Frankel, of course, on it. See the stars as well. City of Troy in a stellar year. What a race that was, winning and obviously in a record time. This time, we've got Ombudsman versus Constitution River. Which one is going to come out? Is it just a match, Joel? Can you make a case for anything else, or are you with one of the big boys?
Well, we've just talked about how course form is really needed, and Item obviously loves York, but he's so far away from the top two. I'm really surprised this morning, even money in 2-1. You could back the, but I mean, there will be some punters there who are backing the pair, and getting the money back if one wins, or making a profit if the other wins. I just would take a chance on Constitution River. I mean, look, we've heard Adrian Bryan talk for centuries about this is the best horse he's trained. Ryan Moore's got off one and it gives a line about it might be the best horse he's ridden, everything like that. I just think Constitution River, 3-year-old, unbeaten this year, was he rated 1-2-4, world-class trainer, world-class jockey. Ombudsman, proven Group 1 superstar, defending champion. It's a toss-up, isn't it? And there's going to be two camps here. It is a two-horse race, in my opinion, and I think that'll be in 95% of people's opinions. I genuinely think Constitution River, you've got to go for the value here. And I'm looking at the younger legs, but you have got a proven superstar in Ombudsman. Constitution River, 100% strike rate in Group 1s, 2 from 2. Are we adding any more fire to the... any more flames or gas to the fire there, Graham?
I'm with you, Joel. I think the prices are wrong. I'd have them a lot closer in the market. I think the wait for age is a big thing. I've always been a big believer that a top class 3-year-old would be a top class older horse, and there's no doubt these are both top class. So I'm going to go with the younger legs, with the weight, getting the weight off Ombudsman. It should be a great race, shouldn't it? I'm glad Constitution River's going to rock up, because they could have easily waited for the Irish Champion Stakes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the news about Bo Echo last week, the flat game, just needs that little bit of a boost. It's brilliant that they're turning up here. It's a brilliant race. I mean, you've got horses like Pride of Arras, a Dante winner, a Great Vulture winner, trading around 28 to 33s. That tells you what a class of race this is. But I'm with Constitution River. I've just got that niggle that the Eclipse, obviously Gethin, his main market rival, didn't run a race that day. So obviously it was a bit of a penalty kick in truth, but he looks top class to me. Just getting that weight, I think he'll just come out on top.
Yeah, great race. Great. I was just sour with Ombudsman because he's been there and he's done it, and that Royal Ascot performance was pretty sensational. And the fact that they've put, obviously, there's a couple of pacemakers in there, they're going to go really hard as well. So yeah, it's a fascinating renewal. I cannot wait for it. Just rewind 35 minutes. Got a Betfred St Ledger trial, but it's a great race its own way. The Group 2 great voltage here. We've got the decks. We've got 6 going to post for this one. Graham, what takes your eye?
Obviously, Maltese Cross has looked very good. Actually, when he won the Grand Prix de Paris last time out, that was the first time I watched him. Thought actually he does have a real touch of class. This horse, the way he spied the gap late and quickened through it to get the Group 1 under his belt. So it's a really good performance. I thought he's had quite a hard season though. The same can be said of Christmas Day and Pierre Bernard. I'm going to take a bit of a flyer here. I'm a big fan of John and Thady Gosden's Superior Choice. He's been brought along steadily. 3 from 3 this year. He obviously won the Glasgow Stakes up at Hamilton. I think that wasn't the best renewal of that contest, but he did it nicely. And noticeably, the novice race he won at Newmarket 2 starts back was the same novice race that the brilliant Logician won on his way to York and winning the Great Voltage. So was it Shirley Bassey who said history repeating, or sang history repeating? I think it could be a case of history repeating. I think he's got gears. So I think a mile and a half on a pancake flat track like York, I really do think he might show these a clean pair of heels. He's got a lot to find on the ratings, but we know John and Thady Gosden, they don't overpitch their horses without good reason. So Superior Choice for me, man.
Yeah, Graham just revealed pretty much how old he is as well with the Shirley Bassey reference. Superior Choice then, I agree. I thought
it's like old music.
There's a big chance for Superior Choice. Impressive at Hamilton. You mentioned Logician form as well, Logician route as well. Maltese Cross though, he's been so unlucky not to win the Grand Prix de Paris. He was much the best there. Joel, is this a favourites race or are you elsewhere?
Yeah, I'm always looking for value, as you know, but I think Maltese Cross is one of the best bets of the week there for Haggis. 4 from 5, second in that Derby. I mean, I think we're going to look at that Derby for years to come. However, in Longchamp, the Grand Prix de Paris, you look at that, head over ancient Egypt. Oh, bless Amo. They nearly got there. Wasn't the stat yesterday? Was it Rowan Scott's 3 from 3 on ancient Egypt and David Egan's 0 from 5 or whatever? So, I thought Tom Marquand, looking at this race again back this morning, he was lucky. Horse got him out of trouble there, and a big Mark 1 fan, but just squeezed up on the inside. He's got the £5 Group 1 penalty, which Haggis wasn't massively happy about, but improving, I think. Honestly, Maltese Cross, I think, proved it in France. And like I say, would normally look for some value, but this is up there with one of the bankers for me.
Okay, then yeah, Maltese Cross thought it looks good, doesn't he? Right. Any thoughts on the Acomb between you?
Ed Walker's Alfred
Wallace, yeah, that's what I was with.
Alfred Wallace I thought was really impressive. It was the Pedigree Stakes at Ascot, wasn't it? I thought it was really impressive. Obviously, it's a bit of a turn up that Aidan O'Brien's relying on Hafner, isn't he? It was second at Goodwood, not with the one they thought might go here, is Giant Sequoia. So yeah, it's all of a sudden looks a winnable race, Matt. I think Alfred Wallace will go well.
Yeah, I thought that would go well as well. Anything else on the card, Joel?
Yeah, I mean, the Acomb Stakes, I really like Treen for Paddy Toomey. Was tens, I think, at 5:30 this morning when I was outside doing my bits. And then the Favs come out, so I think it's a nice 2, 5 to 1, something like that. I mean, there was a big gamble landed last time. But he's coming over with a few chances. I watched an interview with him as well this morning. I really liked this. I thought 10 to 1 was an absolute cracking each way bet. 9 to 2, probably a little bit short now with the Fav out.
Yeah, I think he beat a stalemate, didn't he, last time out? And
yeah.
we can't leave the opening day action without you talking about the opener, Joel, and your mate Stratus 9.
Well, look, Stratus 9, Hugo Palmer. If you don't know Graham, I'll bore you with a story. I was at Chester, and I watched a race with Hugo Palmer. And I'm going, they're going too quick here. They're going too quick here. Hugo's going, no, they're not. No, not on. Oshin got up on the line. I had a chat with Hugo, and he said, Stratus 9, have what you like on it at York. Now, I'm hoping he meant this York, not the last York, the York Dash. However, I put that up as the best bet of the weekend, was double figures into 130 favourite, won that. Then we were on the Stewards Cup at 50s, carried a penalty there, was beaten ahead. Look, £10 higher than when winning that dash at York. What I'm going to do in this first race, I'm going to go Stratus 9, and the other joint top weight is the other Hugo Palmer horse, Dubai Bling. It's got a jockey upgrade from Buick to Oshin Murphy. Oh, controversial. We'll miss the break. Always blows a start. Ducks left. But I think what I'll do, I'll back both of them. I'll double pop on the first race, and I'll have like my fiver reverse forecast. And that's how we're going to set up how York's going to go. But I really like Stratus 9, and I really like Dubai Bling as well. I don't think he was, I mean, what's the word? It wasn't running his merits. He just was given a crap ride last time, I'll be honest.
I like the confidence, though. Fiver reverse forecast in a 22 runner sprint. I like it, Joel.
Yeah, but this is it. I mean, I looked at, I got a free £5 bet for the opening race at, was it Glorious Good or was it Royal Ascot when we had 10 Bob Tony? I'm like, oh, here we are. It's a £5 free bet. Well, here we are. Let's just stick it on 10 Bob Tony.
Still getting there, that's one.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else on your handicaps for you, Graham?
Yeah, the 410 has won massively overpriced in here. Gayar for Charlie Johnston. He's booked Ross Orion as well. Really like the jockey booking. Ross Orion booked on Gayar. Stepped up to 2 miles for the first time. I've been waiting for this filly to run over 2 miles. But the problem was 4 runners, and she took a real grip through the first mile at Ascot. Kirshner, who gets Ryan Moore, booked in the same race, eventually won at Ascot. But a furlong and a half down, Gayar was going as well as Kirshner, just ran out of gas because didn't want to lead, didn't settle. So I think Gayar is going to run a big race at a massive price in the 410.
Yeah, we talked about here, weren't we? And yeah, Kirchner, is it £4 for a length and a half? I think it was. The turnaround is not massive. But, yeah, keep on Kilmeaden as well. Was with Donica O'Brien, breaking head waves on the flat, went over hurdles. Faye Bramley's got hold of him. Ignore the last run. That was in the Shergold Cup. They went no pace whatsoever.
AP McCoy.
Yeah, Vide on for the first half. I thought that was a little bit overpriced as well. Well, that takes care of day one. We move on to Thursday. Then the feature race is the Yorkshire Oaks. Kalpana, obviously the star turn. Gents, we'll start with you this time, Joel. Kalpana, can she back up her King George win? It was a hard race.
Yeah, it was a hard race. Yes, is the answer. However, I'm taking a swing at Moody in this for another one for Paddy Toomey. 3 from 3 since coming over from Andre Farb. 4 from 5 lifetime, apart from the debut run, which green as grass. Managed to finish second. The penny was dropping late, but the winner had gone. I looked through all the form of this today. Step up to grade 1. I just look versatile over 1 mile 2, 1 mile 1, 1 mile 4, 1 mile 6. I think this horse has got everything. This is one of these horses that if you got a little syndicate together and a few lads or lasses, you'd love something like this. So versatile, goes on any ground, has been held up, has been handy, has made all. I think Paddy Toomey is. Have we got a job booked up on this? Is Billy Lee booked up yet?
I'm just checking for. We'll try.
I couldn't this morning. I couldn't find a jock.
I couldn't go in a syndicate with you, Joel.
No.
You'd have it in a Plumpton novice hurdle, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. A winner is a winner. What is it they say? This is it. Yeah.
No, not jocked up as yet. Would you imagine it will be Billy Lee? Should he take his chance?
I'm hoping Billy Lee. Look, it's 25-1 overnight. I think it's in his 20s now. Moody. You know, if you're looking for a better value, Fav I'd be all over the Fav, apart from the hard race last time out.
Graham?
Yeah, one for favourite backers here. If Kalpana takes a chance, obviously we've got the dreaded showers this week, haven't we? So we don't know how much rain we're going to get, but that's not a problem for Kalpana, is it? She goes on absolutely anything. She's top class. And that King George win was a career best, wasn't it? Defeating Calandigan in easy fashion, really. And I just think a top class 5-year-old filly, the last 2 5-year-old fillies to win this, Enable and Alpinista. Both of them won the Arc, of course, so maybe all roads lead to the Arc de Triomphe. I think Kalpana wins this comfortably, and the main reason I think that is I don't think the 3-year-old middle distance fillies are a good lot. I know Joanna Walsh was impressive at the Curragh in the Irish Oaks, but I think she's beaten a pretty poor bunch. So I'm going to go with the older filly, Kalpana.
Yeah, I was with Joanna Walsh just because she was so impressive, and 3-year-olds have got such that good record, and she's still on the improve. I thought that was a monster performance at the Curragh. So yeah, I'd be with Joanna Walsh. Right, let's have a look at the Lowther then, with the theme for the fillies, this time in the juvenile department. Graham, what do you like in the Lowther?
Libertango, I think. Winner of the Albany at Royal Ascot. I thought she did really well to finish second in that Duchess of Cambridge Stakes at Newmarket. They absolutely crawled to halfway on a day where a lot of the races were slowly run events. And she actually hit top speed. She actually ran the fastest 2 furlongs. She's very fast. I know I need to get out more, Matt. You always tell me I need to get out more, but I've been looking at my sectionals again. And she's a very, very fast filly, is Libertango. And I think she'll take all the beat. And I think she'll get back in the winners' enclosure. Wild Blossom quickened up well at Goodwood. Do like her a little bit if she takes a chance. And what a massive price, just quickly, Matt. Angel's Passing could be overpriced. She was in deep in the Marygate Stakes at York on her debut, and just won a negative spin race at Hamilton. But I do think Angel's Passing could go well at a big price if she declares.
You need to get out more, Graham. Joel, what wins the Lowther?
I need to stay in more, I'll be honest with you. I like Levenko here for Jer Lyons, or as somebody on another podcast earlier on this month thought he was French and was Gélion. I really like this horse, actually. Beat Star of State in a Fillies Maiden. That wasn't its debut for Joseph O'Brien. Made all at Naas, 3rd of August. I just thought both Irish horses were bigger than the Fav here. 6 furlongs, York Straight. Yeah, absolutely. Levenka for me. Jer Lyons get the job done.
Gélion. Yeah, nice. I like it. Yeah,
Gélion.
I'm going to disagree with Graham here, but I was against. I don't think the Albany form is that great. I was surprised she got beat at Newmarket. And then you bring in Levenka. I was with Star of State. I think it's fascinating that they've supplemented, Jabber Abdullah supplemented. You look at his record in this race, what he's won it with in years gone by. Obviously, Queen Kindly, kind of the main one amongst them. I think he was Lady of the Desert is potentially as well. Flashy Wings, of course. It's a race that Jabber Abdullah absolutely loves. American Queen was second in it last year as well. So 9 lengths this one won by. It might not beat him much. The form hasn't quite worked out, but to win by 9 lengths and to bust up Levenka on debut, had the experience. I think Star Estate, I'm having a Joseph O'Brien Loving, I think, on the Thursday. But yeah, I thought Star Estate was a massive player. What about the big handicap? And it's great. This handicap is being named after, obviously, Kevin Sinfield and his quest for those 7 marathons in 7 days. Kevin Sinfield, 7 and 7 grand finale handicap. It's the mile handicap. Draw is important here. Draw can be key, so you might want to just keep an eye on that when the draw is made on Tuesday morning. But big field handicaps, what we're all about, Joel.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm looking for the draw. I did like Centigrade. I really like this for Rafe Beckett and Should Be Banned Ross Orion. Really like this horse, but I mean, let's be honest, he wouldn't be riding, would he? If the rules were the rules.
Yeah, well, it got quashed, so not quashed, but it got reduced, so he can ride.
Oh dear me! And look, last time out, Eddie Greatrex was on board. Managed to win fairly easily. It was it was on Southall, all weather. But I've had this horse in me tracker for a little while. But like we say, it's all about the draw. I think he's still double figures, 10-1 as we speak. It's wide open. I mean, Graham, have you got any pearls of wisdom down the bottom? Mersky's in there at 40s.
Mersky, yeah, first Cunt Cup winner, of course. Spellmaster, I thought would go well. I couldn't believe the price last night when I had a look in this race. He's 6th in the John Smith's Cup at York. He probably would have been 16th, but for all the Dodgem cars on the inside, to be fair. But that was over a trip too far, 1.25 miles. He was really well punted at Glorious Goodwood in a mile 1 race there. He travelled really strongly, got no run at all till late on. His effort did peter out. I think a fast run mile is absolutely ideal. And I also think he'd be half the price if he was still trained by Andrew Balding. But Ollie Ricks has booked Ray Dawson, I believe. I think Ray Dawson's going to ride Spellmaster. I think a strongly run mile around York is going to be absolutely ideal. He'll do for me.
Yeah. What did Mersky win?
Hunt Cup.
Win the first Hunt Cup.
Just be careful. I thought Point Line was interesting. I know he loves it at York. 3 course and this effort. Second, a win and 4th. I know he's off a high mark now, but this will have been his target. And again, if he gets a good draw for a prominent racer, I thought he'd be certainly there or thereabouts. We'll say draw is key. He had the last 10 a bit from a single figure draw in this race. So you keep an eye on that. Anything else on Thursday, gents, in the other races, the shoulder races? No. Okay.
No.
Let's move on to Friday then. And of course, the speedsters, the Nunthorpe, absolutely flying down the 5 furlongs here of the Naesmire. And I'm going to regret this because I want to say something contradicting myself when I come on to Saturday's action. But the 2 at the head of the market, Baccio and Ravenka, never seen York before. And again, I do think it is important for horses that have run at York to go there and go again. So, but look, Baccio lit up Royal Ascot. He'd have beaten Mission Central on times if they'd run against each other. And obviously, Ravenka went so close at Ascot. Different kettle of fish here, though. Joel, what do you fancy for the Group 1 Nunthorpe? One of the favourites or something at a price?
Well, look, Wesley Ward, right? Imagine that phone call from the BHA handicapper saying, we've given you a mark of 100. He's got his wheelbarrow of magic carrots, and he turns around and puts them back in and go, we don't need these. I mean, ridiculous. It was a Group 1 horse, but let's be totally honest. Let's be completely, totally honest with this. It's a Group 1 horse, but if you were the handicapper, how do you assess something coming over like this? You don't. The rules have got to change. We were on the last day, which was great. Nearly 6-length winner. Juan Hernandez came over. Was that story about he wanted the Tory to come back and ride this, come out of retirement? And bearing in mind, if the Tory's 2 stone overweight now or whatever, it wouldn't make any difference. I think this absolutely makes all. It will, when the American horses or the Australian horses come over, whether it be Ascot or York or wherever it is, they either, there's no clock in the red. When we talk about American jockeys having clocks in the red, they just go, don't they? And they either finish first or last. Apart from Wesley Ward. So he was second in 2015 with Alpaca. Lady Aurelia was beaten a nose by Marcia back in 2017, something like this.
That's when Frankie celebrated, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, that was the one. I mean, I'd have lost his number. But look, handicap up to Group 1. I don't think there's any problem with this. The time form geeks are absolutely all over it with 120p. I just think gates open. Just go. I think it was 3-1, 4-5-1 earlier on in the week. I think this is one of the best bets of the week. Juan Hernandez coming over for the ride. I'll probably see him by the pool this afternoon. Honestly, I think this is absolutely class stuff. It's a proper old Wesley Ward special.
It certainly is a great race. And we've got the juvenile right down the bottom, Pashada as well, added in off 8 stone. Sylvester de Souza doing that, Graham. I mean, it's a proper old school Nunthorpe.
Yeah, Sylvester de Souza coming to a sauna near you very soon, probably, to get down to 8 stone, because it's 8 stone 5 he used to race a lot at during his stint in Hong Kong. So I actually think Pashada's could easily win this, get in the way. Because interestingly, the minute Pashada crossed the line in the Molecombe Stakes, and I've watched that back, very impressive, uber impressive, I thought, to beat Adonis. We know Adonis was very strongly fancied for that race, Matt, don't we? So, and is likely to go for the Breeders' Cup. I think that form's pretty strong. Getting all that weight, I thought Pashada was mightily impressive. And 1992 it was when Lyric Fantasy won for Richard Hannon Sr. So I'm on my Shirley Bassey tracks again here. Another history repeating, I think, for Hannon Jr. this time with Pashada. I couldn't disagree more about Batcher. I think he's a terrible price. I think he's a terrible price. I do. I think he's a terrible price. And the reason I do think that is I don't think he's as good as he looked at Ascot. He obviously beat a lot of handicappers that day. He was in the right part of the track. There was only 7 raced in that. They were 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, as well as the winner. I don't think he's quite as good as he looked at Ascot. And this is a huge jump. He wasn't even pressured for the lead. That'll be different at the Knavesmire over this Bear 5 furlong. There'll be a lot of pressure on earlier on. He'll be out of his comfort zone a little bit earlier than he was at Ascot. I think he gets beat.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I love that game of opinions and whatever. You know, I generally used to back them blind when they came over, and then they brought Red RTs over, didn't they? I ride there, and he was horrendous. And then goes back the next night to Saratoga or wherever it was, and rode a 6-timer. So it's horses for courses, jockeys for courses. But Juan Hernandez with his wheelbarrows coming over.
There we go. 2 odds. I've got a decent one. Was it Kingsgate Native? Was that the last one? 2-year-old to win it. So yeah, they can't go off the way. I mean, American Affair back to form. Obviously, like I said at York and Palmer, I thought it was a good effort. Good was. I thought that I'd give you one for money. And massively progressive Red Orange. Clive Cox, brilliant with his sprinters. I thought Red Orange, I mean, one of the track earlier on the season was overpriced. Yes, he's a handicapper. Won that listed race. Still improving. So I thought that was interesting. Right. For the sprinters to the stayers, then we've also got the Lonsdale Cup to look forward to. Graham, what about the stayers?
Yeah, Gosden Yard won 5 of the last 8, so they haven't got a runner, have they, this year? So that was my angle disillusioned with. Amelok, that unfortunate incident, went really well backed, wasn't he, in the Goodwood Cup late, Amelok? So he could go well. Lambourne's interesting up in trip. I actually thought the 4th in the King George was a really good effort, considering he chased that fast pace. Could have easily wilted, but that was a decent effort. But I'm going to side with Karmas. Obviously, he won the Great Voltager last year, didn't he? For Paddy Toomey. He didn't get home in the Gold Cup. He finished 6th. But he looked back close to his best the time before when winning that listed race easily. And remember how well he ran at the meeting last year when 2nd in the Great Voltager behind Pride of Arras. I think 2 mile round here should be ideal. He's a big player for me. Karmas.
Yeah, I quite like Karmas. I did see out. Travel okay in the Gold Cup, but yeah, I was with him. Paddy Toomey. Must be Paddy Toomey, Joel, for you.
No, it's not actually. I mean, the gloss had come off this race for me with no Trolloman, no Scandinavia. And looking at Lambourne, the price is putting me off now. I mean, this is what the 3rd, 4th string should be really normally. 3rd in the Derby, 11th in that Gold Cup. We did talk about King George with the Calpana, Calandown form, Benevito, Cellini, Lambourne back and forth. Watching the Chester race back this morning, the Chester Vars, won by neck. Obviously looked like to stay further. Aidan O'Brien obviously came out and said looks like a thorough stayer. And thanks to Siobhan, who wipes his bum every day, and to Mark, who cleans his stable out and all that. It was a race that normally I absolutely love. If I've got to give a selection, I'll give Lambourne, but it's probably one I'll watch and hopefully enjoy it and it'll be a decent race. It's not a betting one for me this year.
Okay, I thought Miles is interesting. They pulled him out late on Saturday, didn't they? When the news of Trawlerman obviously started surfacing, I think maybe that might have been a pointer for them deciding to weigh him as one at the track. So I thought he was of interest, but no, I was with Karmas as well, same as Graham. Right, what about the gym?
It does sound, Matt and Graham, that I may have backed Trawlerman anti-post, which is why I'm not getting involved. I mean, I don't know if that emotion is coming through now.
No, didn't show through all that. Did not show through. I quite like one in the gym crack. I'll let you boys go first, though, Graham.
No, you go first. Come on, Matt. Come on.
Well, it's not been seen since the Coventry, but if you watch that race back, Emrare goes for exactly the same gap. Great Barrier Reef is coming across from the high draw, and he's just about to make his ground. He's about to go through the gap, and he just gets kind of close and intimidated. And he would have definitely been a lot closer than the 2 lengths. You have to snatch him up. And yeah, I thought that was a real decent effort. The Scott team's not in great form. That is the one negative, I think. But yeah, Emrare, I think it'd have probably gone very close. Certainly been placed in the Coventry, and I'm not sure it's the deepest we've ever seen in terms of the gym crack. So, yeah, Emrare would do for me. Graham?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of Emrare. Obviously, he went off 4-7 on debut to beat Al Hudayba. I mean, when you think that is incredible, really, isn't it? And obviously, he cost an absolute fortune at the Breeze Ups, didn't he? 880,000 he cost at the Breeze Ups. Sent off 4-7 favourite. Green as grass, wasn't he, in the early stages? Got beat by Al Hudayba, but that's been proven since to be strong form. 8th in the Coventry, like you said. Could have finished a lot closer, I thought. And he hasn't been seen since Ascot, but that's because they're training him like a good horse. I think George Scott's decided just save him. Don't over race him throughout the summer on really quick ground. So this has been the target. I think he'll be absolutely primed. I thought Emrare will go well. The one I'm against here is A Day of Scarlet. If he's progressive, then I'm an Irishman. I think it was a really poor race at Goodwood, and I'm taking him on all day long. I'll be taking him on all day long. I think the Richmond Stakes was a poor event this year, and I'm against A Day of Scarlet. But I'll stick with Emrare. I'll join you again, Matt.
And here goes Joel, tipping up A Day of Scarlet.
I was just about to say it possibly will be the nap. I wrote down the words here. You will see down here: scabby, dirty, whatever. I mean, this is like the each way bet. We're always talking about account closers. 5-1, whatever. Day of Scarlet, Cliff Horse. I thought the form was decent, to be fair. Half a length, we're going through it. Half a length second to Where Love Lives at Sandown. The horse has gone from Kevin Ryan over to Donica O'Brien. Half a length second in the Coventry behind Great Barrier Reef, which was our nap of the meeting. Second to Inner City Blues at Newmarket, obviously unbeaten, only a couple of runs, and 1 length second to Aiden's Man's Best Friend at Goodwood in the Market Richmond Stake, that Group 2. There's no way to out the frame here for a start, and I was really contemplating that because I thought this horse was progressive. So if this horse is not progressive, you can call me a Spanish man. And you know what? I've just noticed on here, I'm going to buy myself a bra if this horse wins.
You need to win quite a bit. Right.
Arapaho Gold, Matt. Big fan, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I liked him if he did it nicely at Newbury, didn't he? And obviously, if I think Nabati's running it, is Nabati running the Acom? So if that was to win, then obviously that'd be a frank in the form. Michael Dodds, of course, has so much success. The great Mecca's Angel, Houston Angel at this meeting. So no, I'd certainly give him a chance. I just thought on rare that in the Coventry, I thought he was mighty unlucky. I think that is the stronger form. There's no doubt Rappo Gold is progressive, but at the prices, at double the price, I'd rather have him rare, I think, on my side. Right, before we go any further, Joel, because I know exactly where Graham's going for the rest of the Friday's card. Joel, anything else in the handicaps that you like?
No. No, not at the minute, no.
Okay.
Well, why do you know exactly where Graham's going? Have you got little private WhatsApp groups of him?
No, but you'll find out in a second. Right, first of all, in the opener, I know what he'll be talking about here. Iron Will, by any chance, Graham?
Iron Will is definitely high on the radar, but I'm really worried about the mile, Matt.
Right.
I'm really worried about the mile for Iron Will. He's a real keen goer, isn't he? He ran his eyeballs out at Goodwood to finish second in that 7 furlong. Ghost Mode nearly took him to Pulborough, didn't he? Hanging left, but he ran an absolute belter at Goodwood. I'm a bit worried about the mile. I think the wide open spaces as well. He's a keen goer. He'll turn left, won't he? He'll just want to go. So I'm a little bit worried about the mile. about the 150 Friday. Is it Friday we're talking about? It's
Yeah.
Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Astrazar and Daydreamer finished first and third at York in a really valuable EBF final back end of last year. They've both got really good course form. They're both going to be big prices. They both had excuses, valid excuses. Daydreamer in particular for Tim Easterby. He loves a winner here, doesn't he, Tim? So I think Daydreamer's high on my list in that 150 as well as Astrazar. That form from last year is strong.
Yeah, I do like Astrazar as well. He's been on my radar for a long time. Outback Heat as well from Royal Ascot form, second in Britannia, also of interest. I'm just going to throw it up in the 410 as well, and that is Master Builder. Rush around been booked again for Davin Manusse. Does love it here at York. Third and first in his starts here at York, and I thought off 8 stone 13, thought he'd be a big player. But without doubt, the bet of the week, Graham, comes in the finale on Friday.
Finale on Friday. Do you know, Matt, you've caught me on the hop a little bit here.
Right, okay then. Safi's already booked in the Westland Silks, in the Phillies Handicap, to 10 furlongs. She's only...
Oh, okay. I know exactly who you're talking about now. Just needed a prompt. Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Silver Lake was the absolute banker going down to Goodwood and didn't let us down at all. Wathan had 7 winners at Glorious Goodwood. They'll want to keep the momentum going, won't they, with a good week on the Knavesmire this week. Yeah, Silver Lake, I think she could easily be running in Group 2s, Group 1s next year. I think she could be that good. And, she'll get the job done, no problem.
86, off a mark of 86. Nowhere near the zero ability. That's the best bet.
No
Silver Lake on the Friday. Get it in the...
Anchor of the week.
Right, let's talk about Saturdays then. There's only one thing we can talk about. It's the race that gives its title to the meeting, Joel. It is the Ebor, the big handicaps. It's like our version of the Melbourne Cup. If there's to be a Group 1 handicap, this would be it. What wins it this year?
Love Me Tender's the gamble, isn't it? 33s into 14s from Mullins. First start for him. Was it 8 stone 12 of 96? Same owners.
Always.
Yeah, I know. Same owners as Absurd and Ethical Diamond. Goucher's class horse, isn't he? A lot of weight though. I said earlier on. It's got to go with one of the jumps, boys, for a start. I said earlier on, I can't wait for the jump season now. Once this is out of the way, Goblet of Fire. And it goes back to what Graham was talking about here. Safi Osborne, booked for Hendo. Third at Newmarket last time. If we go back to 3rd of May, the Betfred Handicap at Newmarket. Second in that to Align the Stars, who won the Northumberland Plate. And is it Kirchner was back in 3rd that day? I just thought this was look, it's wide open, isn't it? You can give me 6 goes at this, but I came down on Goblet of Fire basically for the form, but also Safi's already booked, and Hendo can pop up with one. He's probably in Barbados. He doesn't even know what horse this is. Who's riding? What's going on? Whoever's training it, whoever's doing whatever. It was 33s earlier on this morning. Goblet of Fire might have a little pop, and I think you're allowed a couple. I think Love Me Tender from Mullins on debut.
Okay, then. Goblet of Fire for the Jumps boys then. He said they go to the Jumps boys. Graham?
I can't believe this. Joel mentioned a load of Willie Mullins runners, but he didn't mention the winner.
Well, Hollywood. Yeah. I've got it down. No, I know. I've got it on the list.
It must have been on your list. It's trained by a jumps trainer.
Yeah.
To be honest, this race might be switching to Cheltenham soon. I mean, it's Henry de Bromhead and William Mullins have won it the last 3 years, but combined, haven't they? So it has been going to the jumps yards. And I thought Mr. Hollywood ran really well in that Queen Alexandra at Royal Ascot behind Illinois. Obviously, got off the mark over hurdles at the Galway Festival in a maiden hurdle over 2 3/4 miles. But he's really versatile horse, because around this time last year, when trained in France, he was brushing shoulders with some really useful Group 3 listed types in France when trained. I think it was Christophe Furland who trained him over in France. So he's clearly got a lot of natural ability. He's run well over a variety of trips, a variety of ground as well. So probably won't matter what the weather does. I thought he's a massive each-way player, Mr. Hollywood. For Willie Mullins, got to mention Tarriance as well. Obviously, Melrose winner at the meeting last year. I know Matt's a big fan of Tarriance. He ran really well at Goodwood. Probably just needed that outing as well. Travelled smoothly to the front before just falling in a hole late on. So maybe Tarrant will go well as well. But Mr. Hollywood for me.
Yeah, I do like Tarian. His record in handicaps. He's won a Melrose over course of distance as a 3-year-old. His next start was that third over in Saudi Arabia in the Big Red Sea, a handicap for stayers over there. And then he definitely needed it at Goodwood on the back of that break. And, the market suggested he would. He drifted out to 20s and he ran. He travelled like the best horse. He was last off the bridle, just blew up in the closing stages. That'll put him spot on. I think Tarians is a huge player. I'm just looking here now because we were talking, entries are just coming through. 22, the top 22. So the one that's just missing out at the minute is Kislaya, who's also been well back. It was a big price win at the Curragh. That needs 1 to come out. Love Me Tender needs 5 to come out. Another one that needs 2 to come out, and we can't have a show without mentioning Constitution Hill, was Square Necker, who obviously was behind him at Southwell and then won at Hamilton recently. I thought he's very lightly raced, and we talked about ammo. He could be interested in Square Necker if he gets a run. He needs 2 to come out at present. So I think my main pick's definitely Tarian, so I'll keep an eye to see if Square Necker gets in. Right, boys, that's our York preview show done. Anything else? The City of York Stakes. How remiss of me. A Group 1 over 7 furlongs. How dare I?
The Nat runs here.
Oh, here we go then. Right.
How many naps are you having?
Well, this is it. Anything you claim for the next 10 years?
Look, sorry, is it siestas now? Now you're over in Spain.
Yeah, it's too right. I'm falling into my coma here now.
Take the stage.
Nah, I was joking. Look, we said last time, 10 Bob Tony. He couldn't, could he? That was the promo that Betfred Socials used last time. It was one of those. He came to camera. He couldn't, could he? Look, he's won the Group 1. Was it a fluke in the Queen Anne? While everyone else was playing jockeys, Kieran Schumacher was out for a day out. And we actually said this before. And it wasn't like one of those, get on this, 66 to 1, 50 to 1 or whatever. It was a case of they'll be playing jockeys. He'll be sitting out the back, try and pick a bit of prize money late. They're playing jockeys. He comes up and nicks it. Fourth in the Sussex is not bad. Bo Echo, starred. Opera Barlow was beaten 2.5 lengths, something like that, was hampered a couple of furlongs out. Won the Group 3 at Epsom by a head. I just think, what, 12 to 1, 14 to 1, something like that? Tactics will be there. Confidence is up. Schumacher will sit out the back, genuinely looking for everybody to make the moves, do whatever, play jockeys, and then try and swoop late. Kieran Schumacher is going to be Jamie Spencer in this race.
And sweep late. Okie dokie then. Right, Graham, what wins the City of York, the Group 1?
I think Zavateri obviously finished a place behind 10 Bob Tony in the Sussex Stakes. But if you watch the race back, didn't get much room. Certainly didn't get much room between 2 and the 1 pole. Probably would have been a bit closer with a clearer run. But I think the drop to 7 is a big help for Zavateri. Obviously was a top class juvenile and lightly raced this year, having picked up that injury after running in the Greenham. But it was a huge run, I thought, at Goodwood. And I'm happy to play Zavateri back in trip. I'm against notable speech because I'm so annoyed Charlie Appleby's running him over his wrong trip again. I've just got to take him on. He's the most weirdly campaigned Group 1 top class horse in history for me. Can't believe they're not running. He would have won the Jacques Le Marais in his sleep yesterday. So I don't know why that. I don't know why he probably would have been first or second in the Sussex Stakes again. Just weird. So I can't have him at 7 furlongs on a flat track. Hopefully he gets beat because I'm disappointed in you, Charlie.
But I don't think it'll be a problem next year when he's with a new trainer and maybe a new jockey.
Watch this space. Right, Zavateri. I like Zavateri. I thought it was a massive run of Goodwood off the layoff as well. Not been seen since the Greenham. And this is where I was going to contradict myself as well. I nearly missed out the race, but I was on about horses who, certainly come over to York, or certainly from the foreign runners that come over to York. But if there's Satono Rev, the class of his sprints, I mean, just beaten in the July Cup, just beaten in the Platinum Jubilee, chasing home like Car Ying Rising. I mean, that's only form that some of these horses can dream of. So I believe he's going here and not for the non-thought. It looks like he's going up for the 7 furlongs. So, the Japanese runners and Jacques Le Marais yesterday, I think they need to take a hard look at themselves by going down the stand side and finishing in the last 2 spots. Not sure what that was all about. I think Satono Rev is a big player in the City of York Stakes for Japan. Right, boys, best bet time. What's the best bet on York Week? Joel Ross.
Baccio for Wesley Ward in the Nunthorpe comes over. Not a problem. Ping the lids, straight down, 5 lengths. Take the distance.
Name your distance. Name your distance in the Nunthorpe. Graham, best bet of the week?
Best bet of the week is Silver Lake in the handicap on Friday. But I really like Zavateri. Zavateri won't be out the 3 in the City of York on Saturday.
All right, and I'll go for
And can we have we'll have a pint on this. A Day of Scarlet. Out the first 3, yes or no, in the Jim Crack?
Third at best.
Yeah, it's look,
I'm
progressive
sitting on the
horse.
fence.
Progressive horse, Seamus. Progressive horse.
I'm going to say out the first 3 because I think certainly one of the winner will be Emre. That'll be my best bet of the week. Emre, so unlucky in the country. A little bit worried about the stable form, but I think he is useful, Emre. So he'll do for me in the Jim Crack. Right, boys. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait. 4 fantastic days. The Juddmonte kicks it all off. The Juddmonte International Ombudsman versus Constitution River. Which side are you on? You can comment below who you think will be winning the feature race on a Wednesday, and then it just gets better and bigger from there, all the way up to the Ebor on Saturday. Best of luck, whatever you're back in. Enjoy York.